He wasn't recording. So first goal, to get 4 customers. Reach out to your family first and then go to friends. Second goal is to find 3 distributors. When someone told me to find a distributor, Rachel, when she told me to do that, I just kind of laughed at her. I was like, I don't know people who want to do this. Like, you're funny. So what I want to encourage you to do is to make a list. Who would you want to work with? Like, who is your dream team? Who do you want to help make money? Who do you want to talk to every day? Because obviously you don't want to work this business with someone that you don't get along with, because that's not going to go well for either of you. And second off, like, you want it to be enjoyable. So for me, like, I would say make that list 20 people of people that you really, really want to work with. And then send them a message and tell them that. Be genuine. Do y'all hear PBS Kids?
Yeah.
So then send them a message and be genuine and say, listen, I've been thinking about you. I really want to work with you. I have this really incredible opportunity. Do you have 5 minutes to talk? Now, after that, do you have 5 minutes to talk? If you do not feel comfortable just talking to them on the phone by yourself, get me on a conference call, get Rachel on a conference call, get Mandy or Christy, get someone with you to talk to these people. If Mandy or Christy don't feel comfortable with me telling them that they can talk to me or Rachel. Rachel still tells me that she will 3-way conference call for me. And she's done it for me before. And the way she talks to people, I'm like, I would have never thought to say that. And she says it really simple. Like, she doesn't complicate it at all. So it's super simple. It's your business kit costs this, you know, you get customers and you start making money, because that's really all it is. You get customers and distributors. It's not overly complicated. And I think that's where we get a little lost sometimes, is we try to just overly complicate it. I've been there. There's been months where I feel like I'm doing like 10 million other things and I'm like, none of this is working. It's because I'm overcomplicating it. All we need to do is talk to people. So make your list, 20 people that you really want to work with, and reach out to them this week and tell them, compliment them, tell them why you want to work with them. It's not some random message. It's, I really thought about this and you're who I want to work with. And I used to be really afraid of getting people on the phone, like super afraid of it. I would do, but everyone that I've signed, I've gotten on the phone. I got Mandy in person. Christy was a phone call because we don't live in the same area. And every other distributor has either been in person or on the phone. I've never signed a distributor that's just talked to me through Messenger. We've always had some kind of conversation at some point. And it's because they can hear your excitement. And they can see that you're a real person and that this business is real, that it's not, I'm going to sign you up and I'm not going to talk to you again. Because no one wants that. They can feel more apt to sign up with their friends or people who are genuinely interested in them. So, in reaching out to those people, it's always going to be a numbers game. But what we want to do is our goal is to enroll 3 distributors. And so I just put numbers right there. And these are your people. From here, we're going to help each one of those people get 4 customers. And we're going to teach them how to get 4 customers. And then we're going to tell them to make a list of 20 people that they want to work with. And they're going to do the same thing. So theoretically, instead of just having 1 executive, you have 3 executives. And then they teach those people. And then they teach those people. And that's all it is. I'm going to show you a scary chart. That's all Diamond is. Diamond's 3 rubies. All it is teaching people to get 4 customers and to talk to their friends. And I feel, but I think that when we overcomplicate it and we think that we need to be doing something over here and something over here, nothing gets done. We just need to be talking to people. So that we get our 4 customers, and then we get 3 distributors, and then we help other people get customers, distributors. We have lots of idea posts in the group, and if you would like, we could start. When we started, our actual group was based off of post ideas, and it's not a doggy. Donald. We can do that again. So if y'all think that it would be beneficial to have post ideas to know what to post in the day, let's do that again, and let's do a new post each day. So then we have an idea. As far as posting, my general rule has always been 6 posts a day. When I first started, I was posting I think 3 times a day, but I noticed a difference when I started posting 6 times a day. And I was working full time when I started. I was not sitting at home the whole time. I was working. What I did as far as working and posting, I would post when I got up. I'd wake up about 10 minutes before my son. I hate getting up early, so I was not getting up an hour early before him. But I would post right before he got up. I'd pull into the parking lot for work and I would post. And then I wouldn't post for a few hours. I'd post when I got off. I'd post when I was making dinner. And then I would do 2 posts before bed. My nighttime posts get way more interaction on them than my daytime posts do. And I think that that's because a lot of people work 9 to 5s and they don't have time to sit on their phone all day. And where I worked, I didn't get a lunch break. So if you have a lunch break, then you could choose one in there. But I didn't get a break at all when I worked. And I wasn't using Buffer at the time either. We now know about Buffer, and if you don't have Buffer, hold on. Buffer is this neat little app. Oh. You'll see that. It's really bright. I'm having trouble with my phone. I did the update and I was really excited about it, and now I'm not so excited about it.
That's how life works with iPhones.
So this is Buffer. And you're able to schedule posts. So I would put a picture and a post in there. I'm just going to add a picture real quick. My sweaty gym picture. And then I would hit either Buffer or share. I like to hit share because I can customize the time. So if I hit share, I can either hit custom schedule, share now, or share next. So it would be the next post in line. But I usually do custom schedule, so then I can pick the time that it goes out. That's an awesome tool, and I use that tool now because now I'm home full time, and I feel like I have less time than I did before, as weird as that sounds. But so I use Buffer a lot, and that's such an awesome tool. When I use the Buffer is I will do my post right before I go to bed. And I usually only do product posts in there because I feel like lifestyle is so much easier to just post pictures throughout the day of what's going on in my life. Like, am I driving for the day? Am I going into work? What am I doing today? So those posts are usually posts that I post right then and there. I feel like I'm forgetting something. I'm gonna go out and ask a few questions. Christy, what would be your number 1 tip for getting someone to read fast?
Making more lifestyle posts, being excited, and just talking to every single person you know. Just excitement in your voice, talking to every person you know, and lifestyle posts.
Go ahead and do it. What's a lifestyle post?
So a lifestyle post, those are the ones that you can be super creative on. Those are going to be the ones that talk more about the business opportunity rather than before and afters of product posts. And it doesn't even have to be black and white in your face, join my team. Because most of the time when you make posts that say, just join my team, it's only $99. That's more going to put someone off rather than having it a little more subtle. Like, I don't know, I mean, just talking about like, just if you take a picture of yourself, like sleeping in bed in the morning, I would always take a selfie and be like, it's so nice to be able to work from home and earn money while I'm laying here in bed. So I'm not asking anybody to join my team, but I'm showing that because I work from home, I don't have to get up out of bed. I don't have to rush and go to an office and sit there for 8 hours. So just it starts to feel that there's like a different way to live. You can share your story about why you're doing this adventure and any goals that you have with it. Talk about your reason for doing this. You don't have to have a success story to share your story because your story is still important and people can relate to it. Like another type of lifestyle post. So a couple people have done this with like getting gas, taking a picture of the gas pump. Danielle did it one day and the numbers were like scrolling through as she was getting gas and like as like the dollar sign was getting up. And, she made a little post that like Grab Cash was paying for that. Take a picture of your groceries, just it's all about showing the business side in various ways.
What I will say there, and I've said before, I did a post one month about It Works being able to pay my mortgage payment for that month. And then like 2 days later, I did a post about being able to buy flip-flops from Target because they were buy one, get one half off. Can I tell you that the Target post got 10 times more interaction than the one that was big money post? And it's because people believe that. People do not believe that you can make livable money working from home or working with an MLM. People believe that you can go buy shoes working from home with an MLM. So for me, I now focus on smaller things I'm able to buy. Like, was I able to do a last minute trip to Walmart, or was I able to buy sandals from Target, or was I able to buy a Starbucks coffee because that's what I wanted today? Just little things like that. It does not have to be something huge. And I think, again, we overcomplicate it and we think, and I've been guilty of this too. So it's not, I'm not saying you, like this is me. Like I was guilty of this. I was guilty of thinking I'm not making all this money. How am I supposed to write a lifestyle post? So I think the key is to just understand that it doesn't have to. Or even if you are a brand new distributor and you just signed up, like, what do you want out of this business? Are you, wanting to make an extra $200 to $500? Like, what's your goal? And start using those as lifestyle posts. Start saying, in 2 months, I'm going to be making this much money and I'm going to earn a $500 bonus. Or if you are past that period to earn the bonus, like, I am so excited that I've been doing this business. I'm going to be making this much money in a few months. Before I went diamond, I talked a lot about going diamond. And I got a lot of people interested that way because they were like, you're not really going to make that, are you? And I was like, yeah, I am. And we went to a 1-2-1 mission back in August. And Ashley Sinclair did it. And my favorite thing that she said, when she started this business, she said she went to everyone and said, I'm going to make $1 million. Are you coming with me?
I remember that.
My favorite quote ever. Because now she's making $1 million with It Works. Like, she did it. But that's, if someone were to, come up to me and say, I'm going to go make $1 million. Do you want to do it too? Like, I was like, what? Like, Really? So it would stop me. But that's probably one of my favorite quotes. But Mandy, what do you think was the fastest, easiest, best tip, trick, whatever that you got to Ruby with?
Excitement. You have to keep it to where people are, you're excited about it. You're excited about your new adventure or your continued adventure if you're not necessarily brand new in it. You have to show people that this is something that, sorry, we're getting out of the car.
You're fine.
I'm trying to get out of the car.
Yep.
Backseat. So, show people that you're excited about what's going on and that, that this is something that's not gonna, just go away. It's not a fad for you. It's something that you're serious about. And just talk to everybody. You want to send out those messages, the dream team messages that Daniel earlier. I just told a couple of my distributors to start doing that. Send out messages to people that you want to work with and tell them, I want to work with you. I think you would be fantastic at this. And then tell them why you think that they'll be great at it. Let them know, what you're doing and why you're doing it. One of my favorite things to post about in my lifestyle posts is, now that we have the boys, or one of the boys, I'm able to, I put my notice in. I quit my job. Like, I'm going to be able to stay home now. And that was always a goal of mine. So, telling the people
here to do that.
Yes, I did.
And I had a question because I can't remember the exact date. How many days left in the month was there when you signed your last distributor to go Ruby? It was. I know it wasn't that many.
There was like 6, less than a week.
Yeah, I knew it was
the end of the month.
So
yeah,
less than a week, and she filled her Ruby chart out with distributors, and then. Hold on. Hey, babe, I'm on a Zoom. Okay, I love you. I'll call you in a minute. Sorry. But yeah, so I wanted to tell you that because I think that we get to the 15th of the month and we're like, okay, it's not happening this month. As it happened in 6 days. 5 or 6 days for her.
That's how all my promotions go.
That's
just how I work.
It just goes at the very end of the month. And I think I'm saying that because I want us to realize how important it is to be consistent throughout the entire month. To be on fire at the beginning of the month, to be on fire at the middle of the month, and the end of the month. Because when you go down, your performance is down. And I can completely attest to that 100%. It does. When you are going full force, your business is going full force. We did a power hour last week instead of a Zoom, and I'm up for doing those. Like, I kind of wanted y'all's suggestions of what you wanted to do. Would y'all rather still do Zooms weekly? Do power hours? Do a combination of both? Or any other suggestions?
Go ahead.
I was going to say, I think a little bit of both. Maybe if we switch it out every now and then. Because I like this. I like the Zooms. I feel like people get a lot of great tips from these. But I also think that doing a power hour kind of shows people what and how to work their business. These are great for tips, but the power hour, I think, also helped people know, okay, so this is all I really have to do. If I just take this and do this every day, then there you go.
Yeah. Yeah, and our power hour, the one that we did last week, had 4 tasks in it. And it lasted an hour. And I can tell you, when I physically make myself get on my phone and not scroll through Facebook, but I have an intent of what I'm doing, I get so much work done in just an hour. where I can spend all day working from my phone and not getting anything done. And that's a huge thing too. Like, if you are just scrolling through Facebook and thinking that you're working, you're not working. We need to be intently and intentionally looking at people's profiles or commenting and liking on stuff. Just scrolling through and liking every single thing is not working. We need to be commenting on stuff. We need to be the biggest and easiest way to grow your business is to grow your friends and followers. I get so many loyal customers by just adding people to my Facebook, because they can see exactly what's been going on in my life, and they see that this is a huge part. And I get messages a lot of people who I am not close with whatsoever, but they're like, "Hey girl, I see that you do this. What is this?" I did nothing there, but they know because I keep adding new friends. And I make it my goal to add at least 5 people a day. What I will tell you there, where I look, actually, I'm going to show you this real quick before I show you that, because I'm not sure if y'all have seen this. Did y'all see that this 88-year-old woman went Ruby?
Yes, I totally got distracted with that a second ago.
88 years old. Grandma went Ruby.
Yep.
Awesome.
If grandma can go Ruby, we can go Ruby. And I'm saying that because I can almost guarantee she does not know how to work an iPhone. Maybe she does. Maybe she has awesome grandkids. But she probably doesn't. So what I was going to tell you, Mandy, I'm going to go to your profile and do this from here. Obviously, don't go to Mandy's profile and go friend all of her friends, because this will not help your business. But an easy way to get new friends is to go to one of your friends and go to see all friends right there. I don't know if y'all can see that, but it's right there. You click that. And then this little suggestions guy pops up. And it usually will give you people that you have a lot of mutual friends with. This is the easiest way for me to add people that actually respond to a request. I don't go through, it is an E. I don't go through the little sidebar, I guess you would call it, that pops up on your phone. I do this now, and I find people and I start adding some of their friends. And I do about 5 to 10 a day. But then weekly, what I do is I hit the more button right over here. It's not letting me hit it. And then I hit friends. Yep. And then I hit friends. And then I scroll over and I hit outgoing right there. And then I start undoing these friend requests that were sent. Because if you have too many that are there, that's how you get in Facebook jail. So I do that about one
thing.
Yeah. Tips and tricks from Danielle. So I do that about once a week because I try to add people frequently. I'm going to touch on Instagram really quick too, even though there are loads of videos on Instagram. Christy, were you able to pull up Jay Hooper's thing again or no? I haven't checked again.
Let me look.
Okay. Instagram. If you look at my Instagram, I don't look like a rap girl. And what I mean by that, hold on, I'm going to find a rap girl profile. Hold the phone. The phone? I am holding the phone. This is a rap girl profile. This is what we don't want him to look like because that doesn't look like a real person. There's no pictures of her. There's no pictures of her life. There's a picture of a Frappuccino. But there's nothing of her on here. And there is, what are you waiting for? Wraps are $25. Product testers wanted. Commit to 3 months. Yeah, so there's nothing personal of her. And her name says Wraps in it. I didn't say Wraps in it. I'm only sharing this with you because when I started Instagram, I had Wraps in my name. It was bad. I actually wonder if it's still all the way down here. I try to delete my posts that look crappy like that now. But what I do now is I have been posting pictures of me holding my products, saying how excited I am to use them or what they're going to do for me. And I do not keep all of those pictures up. I delete them probably 2 days, 3 days afterwards. I do keep up all of my lifestyle and all of like my actual, like what's going on in my life kind of pictures. This was one of the, I still have this one on there, but this is like one that I did. My Confianza one. So then with Instagram, what I do is I just start looking up tags. I would encourage you not to look up mom tags because almost every other distributor and their mom is looking up mom tags. I would try and find something that's personal to you. So whether that be your dog. So I have a chocolate lab. So I look up dog tags or chocolate lab tags or something like that. I look up if we've been at the pool, like I put the hashtag swimming on there and I look at the swimming hashtag and I will go and like all these people's pictures and I'll follow them. And so my goal is to follow between 30 and 100 people a day. 30 is a good number to aim to follow a day. That doesn't mean that you're going to have 30 people follow you back, but that's 30 people that you can actually go to their profile, like, and then comment on a few pictures. And then what I do about twice a week, I have another app. It's called Cleaner. Try not to get it to come up. But it's called Cleaner for Instagram. Let me pull it up in the App Store. Okay. That's the one that I have. And this one allows you to essentially unfollow all of the people who aren't following you back. And you can work that however you want, but if someone's not following me back, they're not seeing any of my content, so there's no point in me continuing to follow them unless I think that they're going to eventually follow me back. But so I like this one because I can do that, and then I can hit quick select. I can select ghost followers. I can select non-followers. So if I select non-followers, it'll do that. Waiting for it to process. Yeah, so it selected people, and then I would go to actions, and then I would just hit unfollow, and it mass unfollows all of them for me. I don't have to do anything. That's just like a quick Instagram thing. I'll find a better video that'll go over all of Instagram because Instagram. You want to sit down? You want to say hi? Or I can actually do my own video on Instagram for y'all. It'll be more in depth. But so I did that as part of the Power Hour, and we did Facebook as well. Just, committing time to actually doing certain tasks and actually working rather than just kind of floating through Facebook, if that makes sense. Does anyone have any questions? Anything maybe I didn't go over?
I have a question as far as when you message people. So I got my friends list like Mandy told me. About 8% of them to even message or do anything back. So as far as those people, do I message them again? Do I leave them alone? What do I do with those people?
So the people who you're saying people who don't respond, just ignored. Okay. How long ago did you message them?
It was when I first started.
So it's been a while.
Yeah.
A few months, a month or two. I would message them again. So I frequently have people who don't message me back or anything. But the really cool thing about that is then they start watching your profile to see what's really going on. Like, did someone hack her profile or is she serious about this? So I would send them another message and I would say, hey, I'm still really thinking about you. Would you be interested in learning about what I'm doing? Short and sweet. But yeah, I've messaged people. I have a friend who was one of my really close friends for a long time. And then we just, fell whatever. And I was messaging her about this business and she wasn't responding to anything. And then all of a sudden I messaged her again and now we have a date next week to meet and talk. But I think things change within a few months for some people. So maybe it wasn't something they were even thinking about at all at that point. And now circumstances may be a little different now. So I would definitely reach back out to them.
Okay.
And there's a chance that they don't respond again. Then in a few months you message them again. Until someone actually tells me no, I still message them.
Okay.
Even if they ignore me. I can see that they're ignoring me. They can see that they're ignoring me, and that's fine. Some people also don't have Messenger at all, so they don't see their messages until they log in on a computer. And I know I get on my computer more now, but I used to never get on my computer. So that could be a thing too.
Yeah, like I was one of those people that didn't have Messenger, so I never ever checked my messages. But like Danielle said, still follow up with them. I do that if there's like a few messages that have gone by and they've never once responded. I might send them a message and be like, I'm really sorry. I hope I haven't been bothering you with these messages. I was just, wondering if like you were interested or if you would just want me to stop messaging you, reaching out to you. I just don't want to like be a bother to you. And like that would usually get them to respond like, oh my gosh, no, you haven't been a bother at all. I've just been busy, or it's one of those things that kept meaning to respond to and I never did. But no, you're not messaging or you're not bothering me at all with your messages. So then that kind of gets the conversation going. But yeah, as long as they're not telling you, don't message me again or leave me alone, then I don't think they're really being bothered by a simple message.
I think I've only ever had one person tell me to stop messaging them. Like ever.
I've only had one also.
And at the time, I think I kind of took it a little hard. I was like, oh my gosh, what am I doing? But out of the number of people I messaged, to have one person flat out tell me no, I was like, that's not that bad. And I get a lot of, I just can't do it right now, or no, thank you, or, stuff like that. And I've had people a few months later who message me and they're like, okay, I really want to try that. I just think the really cool thing about messaging people is it gets them to start looking at you and noticing your Facebook. That's really how it works for me is I message people and I am not expecting anyone to sign up right then and there when I first message them. I'm expecting them to start looking at my profile and get a little interested. And that's why I say I post 6 times a day.
Because most people don't really even understand what this is. So the first time they're reaching out to you, like we've been around forever, but there are so many people who still just don't know what it is. And so when you message them and you bring it up, either they never heard of it, they're confused, they maybe saw your pictures, but they're still one of the people who think it's the biggest scam ever. I mean, I always tell Danielle when she started doing this, I would tell my fiance, who is her cousin, I'm like, honey, your cousin is scamming people. But her posts were intriguing. So I kept following her for months. And then I finally said something. So one of the things to do is just be consistent every single day and let them know that you're serious about this, that you're committed, you like what you're doing, because then they're more likely to, join a board with you. Because if there were two different people on their friends list, and one of them was consistent in posting every single day and talked about the business, and then there was someone else who only posted once here and there. And I mean, I guarantee you they more 100% they would go with the person who's being consistent, because why would you want to join a business if someone isn't really working their business? Because I mean, you're not going to have good leadership there. So it really does come down to being consistent.
I did that with you, actually. Because my cousin and my mother-in-law were doing it, and then they stopped. So I under Christy.
Did you, where they were doing it too?
Yeah, and she just gave me all of her It Works stuff because she just couldn't do it anymore.
Yeah.
And I was going to sign, and then they stopped doing it. So I'm just going to sign under Christy.
See, and that's what happens. And so what I like to tell people, whenever I'm talking to someone, you want more? Okay, come here, I'll open it. You got it? I tell people that we do weekly Zooms, that we have team training pages, that there is someone for them to talk to. My iPad's not working. You can use this stuff. And I've even had people sign up as loyal customers under me because I've been so consistent. So it's definitely a thing. Are there any other questions?
I guess just one tip here. Even if you feel like you have weeks that go by that you haven't signed anyone, whether it's a customer or you haven't even really been talking to someone about the business who you feel is ready to sign, just keep working your business, because as much as we want everything to be instant gratification, building your own business doesn't give you that. Yes, you can start making money very, very quick with this, but you're not going to send one message and make $100. It doesn't work like that. You have to be consistent and know that all of the little things you're doing is adding up. So every time you bring up the business or a product, or you talk to someone about it, you make a post, you're planting seeds, and eventually, that's going to come back around. So it's hard to push through sometimes. Because everything we do when we surround ourselves is all around instant gratification. But just know that all of the hard work that you're putting in now will pay off 100%.
We like to say that we're planting seeds. And that's so true, because every single person that you're talking to right now, if you really think about it as planting a seed and that you're eventually going to be able to harvest all of that, that's going to happen. I talked to a lot of people in February when I was going for Emerald. I mean, a lot of people. And those people are finally like, okay, so what really is this? What's going on? And it's because I did so much work in 1 month. So I really, do a lot of work in 1 month in a 30-day time period, and it will continue to pay you throughout the rest of the year, the next 5 years, potentially the rest of your life, really. But that's all I have if no one else has another question. I will probably schedule a power hour for early next week. And then I'll post it again. It'll be just a private event. So I will invite leaders, and then you can invite your team. Okay?
One quick thing, just because I know, Jackie, you got on just a few minutes late. The very first thing Danielle covered was when you join this business, your first goal should be to try and enroll 4 loyal customers. So I know we briefly started going over that. Go ahead and give me a message either later tonight or tomorrow, and we can chat a little bit more about that if you want.
Okay, that sounds good.
Yep.
Awesome.
That's all your first goal should be is 4 customers. I wouldn't even worry about distributors, period.
Okay, and usually those 4 customers come from like anywhere, right? I mean,
Yeah, you can get them anywhere. I personally got most of mine from my family because I felt comfortable messaging those people.
right.
So it was just an exercise for me of getting more comfortable with messaging other people. But
Yeah, we can also plan a lunch party for you, and I would do all of the work. I'll show you how to invite people, and they're fun ladies' night. We can sample some products and stuff, but that's a really good way to get your 4 loyal customers. You just want to do that before your first 30 days is up.
Okay. Hi. I was sitting in a dark room. No, yeah, that sounds feasible. Definitely feasible. Okay, cool.
sounds
Yeah,
good.
so we'll chat. We'll pick a day, and we'll make this happen for you. How are you
Yay.
feeling?
I'm feeling good. I don't know, most of you know this or not. I just had a pacemaker replacement surgery yesterday and I got discharged this morning.
Oh my goodness. And you're on Zoom. You are a rock star.
Isn't she? She's a beast. I love her.
I'd be like, sorry, see y'all later.
No, I definitely happened to see it pop up and I was like, I have to get on one of these eventually, if not sooner. So
Awesome.
thank you.
Yay!
All right, y'all.
Ready for our team this